than Governor Romney. You know, they talk about how terrible Obamacare is. Oh, it's awful. How it robs Medicare. Terrible burden. Let me tell you what the worst thing we can do is stay with the status quo. Last week, big headline on the front page of USA Today saying a big reason that working people in this country could not get a pay raise in the last decade is that so many of their employers are spending all their profits paying for health insurance premiums, which went up at 3 times the rate of inflation. We spend literally 6% of our national income more than any other rich country in the world does on health care. That is $1 trillion a year. It was killing us. So what's happened since Obamacare passed? First, we just passed 2 years in a row when health inflation was 4% or less, half what it was in the previous decade. That's the first time in 51 years. We have $1.3 billion in refunds, including $11 million in refunds to 143,000 people in Ohio. Because of the real reason they want to repeal this. Because the law says 80 to 85% of your insurance premium now has to go to your health care, not to profits or promotion. Young people have health insurance for the first time in their lives on their parents' policy under this new law. Able to afford health care for the first time, many of them with children and other family members with pre-existing conditions. And the president did do exactly what Congressman Ryan did in his budget. He budgeted $716 billion less than originally estimated to pay for Medicare over 10 years for a good reason. Because medical professionals and the AARP, consider this, Governor Romney is saying the AARP is America's worst enemy of seniors. The AARP is trying to plunder the future of seniors' health care. Why do they do that? Because they don't need the money. And when you don't spend as much, the Medicare trust fund lasts longer. So President Obama lengthen the life of Medicare by 8 years, close the donut hole and save the average senior in Ohio $600. And we're helping these people buy insurance with pre-existing conditions. What's the Romney position? What's the Romney position? Repeal it. To heck with the people with pre-existing conditions. Reopen the donut hole and bring the bankruptcy year for the Medicare Trust Fund down to 2016. And he says, oh, I have to do this because these insurance companies just won't cover anybody in Medicare Advantage. Really? If that's true, we ought to know because that law is in effect right now. So what happened last year? You had a record number of insurance companies providing Medicare Advantage to 17% more people who were paying 16% less for it than the year before.